guys, it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video we're going to be talking about snow cones, but more specifically why you should never have a red snow cone, which I know makes things a little bit difficult because most snow cones come in like blue and red, so sorry about that. So I'm going to be going into the history of snow cones, and then I'll be telling you a very creepy story slash urban legend, because I really hope it's not true, just like I do for most of the stories that I tell you guys. Before I get started though, I have an exciting announcement. We have our first golden ticket winner to announce. Congratulations to Alexis, who gets a virtual collab with me on my channel. We'll probably be doing that in the early new year, so I am so excited for that, and I can't wait to announce the other two golden ticket winners very soon. The other thing is that we have many new exciting things on our website as usual, but my most favorite thing that we've put up on the website this week is called Chasing Fireflies. So this is a game of sorts, and you get a jar of fireflies that actually light up. You're supposed to play this game in the dark, which is so cool, and you're basically playing hide and seek with fireflies, and whenever you find one, you put it into your jar and it lights up the whole jar. It's like the coolest game I've ever seen. I feel like in the spring, I want to play this around my house and maybe vlog it. I guess I could do it in the winter too, but I've always been so fascinated with fireflies, and the fact that like you can play hide and seek with them with this game is so cool to me, so I'm gonna link it down below. We actually have a ton of light up items we've put on the website recently. We have our unicorn string lights, which is literally like a ton of different color unicorns you can put up in your room or in your house. My sister came out with these really cute light up pine cones. We have a Pac-Man ghost lamp, which is also one of my favorite things, and it lights up different colors, which I think is so cool, and it's actually a really good size. The lamp is like this big. We have our light up narwhal night lights. We have mermaid light up tumblers. We also have unicorn light up tumblers. I mean, everything right now lights up on our website. So if that appeals to you, definitely check out the links down below in the description. All right guys, so let's get right into today's video talking about snow cones. A snow cone is a variation of shaved ice or ground up ice desserts commonly served in paper cones or foam cups. The dessert consists of ice shavings that are topped with flavored sugar syrup. In the 1850s, it was the American Industrial Revolution that made ice readily available, and often when the ice wagon would pass through cities, children would chase the wagon and ask for a scrape from the ice block. And then mothers began flavoring this ice to make a tasty treat for their children. And one of the most popular flavors they would make had egg custard, vanilla, and sugar, which I find interesting. About 20 years later, movie theaters used hand shavers to make snow cones and sell them to moviegoers to keep them cool. And these specific snow cones were seen as an upper class treat because they were associated with the movies, and you were really only able to go see a movie if you had money. They were very expensive back then. I mean, they still are today, let's be honest. It wasn't until the Great Depression and World War II that snow cones became available across the nations, and snow cones proved to be a treat that everyone could afford since they were so cheap to make. And then in 1919, a man named Samuel Burt invented the snow cone machine, so he was able to sell snow cones at the Texas State Fair. I know I'm making a video about snow cones, but I don't think I've ever had a snow cone before. I've definitely seen them around. I know what they are. I can guess what they probably taste like because I've had slushies, but I've never ever had a snow cone. Comment down below if you have. So I wanted to tell you guys about the red snow cone and why you should never have one. This is about a very small town that was surrounded by a dense forest. There was maybe about 100 people living in this town, which is a very small amount. So basically everybody knew each other. One day this mysterious man showed up at the side of the road with a snow cone machine. It was a week until Christmas, so he told everybody that he was just handing out free snow cones as a gift for Christmas. No one had ever seen him before, and he didn't seem too open about explaining who he was. But his appearance was pretty normal. He was this older man with a very friendly smile, so people were very quick to trust him. Kids began lining up with excitement to get a snow cone, and the strange thing was, he only offered red snow cones. Usually when you get a snow cone, they come in different colors. There's rainbow, you get ones that are like blue or red, but he didn't have all those options. He only had red. So these kids grabbed their snow cones, took them home with happiness, and that was it. Over the next week, people started complaining about having these weird dreams about a woman in a long red dress walking through their house, and word got around quickly about these bizarre dreams that everyone was having. And the only thing they all had in common is that they had all eaten these red snow cones, because people who hadn't taken them were fine. So a group of them walked over to this mysterious man and asked him what the heck he was putting in his snow cones to make them have these strange dreams. But obviously this man denied having any involvement in what they were experiencing. One of the men in this town named Gerald decided to follow this man when the sun went down to see where he went when it was nighttime, because he wasn't staying at any of the motels, any of the houses, so where the heck was he going? And he was surprised to see that the man wandered into the forest and walked for about an hour until he reached a bright red river, and Gerald's heart stopped in his chest because he knew exactly where they were. It was called the Blood River because of a legend that had been told for hundreds of years. The story goes that back in 1802, this woman got lost in the forest after walking home from a Christmas party. She had been wearing a long red gown that flowed behind her as she walked through the snow, and she really felt like she was being followed. She had this sense about her, like we all do. We always know when we're being watched. And she soon discovered that her instincts were correct when this shadowed figure leapt out from behind one of the trees and attacked her. He left her there to bleed out in the white snow, and it said that as soon as midnight hit, her spirit stood up and continued to walk home, dragging her red dress behind her that formed into a river of her blood. And that river stayed in the forest to this day, never losing its color. And Gerald watched in horror as this mysterious man knelt down and collected the snow at the river's edge to make his snow cones. So this whole time, his red snow cones were coming from this blood river where this legend came from. And I guess when people were eating them, the spirit of this woman was showing herself in their dreams, which is so creepy. And this story is so sad and dark, but also just really eerie. So I hope this didn't ruin snow cones that much for you. Obviously, you can have a red snow cone if you want to. Just make sure it's not coming from a creepy river. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, if you would like any of our new light up items or our Firefly game, I have linked everything down below. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!